As I said, Steve was very involved in this commercial. Every word he cared about, every person that was in it. And we went through a number of people in terms of who should be the voice. And at one point, we wanted Robin Williams to do it. Maya Angelou was thought about. Richard Dreyfuss was an Apple fan, and he read it. And I also had Steve read it. And Steve read it great. Steve believed the words that we had ultimately written, and he delivered it beautifully.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently.
And I tried down to the last minute to convince Steve to use his version, the Steve version, rather than the Richard Dreyfuss version. And Steve said, well, let me call you in the morning, send both versions to the TV station, let me think about it overnight. And he called me the next morning and he said, you know, Lee, this is about the future of Apple. And if people think this is about me and it's not about Apple, then we've blown it. So we got to do Dreyfuss. And I'm sitting there saying, yeah, well, that's why you're just the ad guy. And Steve's the resident genius. You know, he was so right. But later, during the remembering of Steve, the version with his voice on it was played a number of times. Still my favorite.